Hello and welcome to another episode of today's GK. Let's begin with the practice question. Which of the following is the first country in the Arab world to have a free trade agreement with Israel? The correct answer is UAE. Israel and the UAE signed a historic trade agreement recently with an aim to do trade worth more than $10 billion annually. UAE is now the first country in the Arab world to have a free trade agreement with Israel. UAE has of late engaged in talks for similar accords with Indonesia and South Korea. It signed an agreement with India in February 2022 that eliminated duties on goods which account for 90% of India's exports to the UAE by value. Moving on, consider the following statements about cash reserve ratio. Cash reserve ratio is the proportion of deposits banks keep with the RBI as reserves. The current rate of CRR is 4.5%. Both are correct. C is the correct answer. Banks don't want liquidity to drop, urge RBI not to raise CRR further in the upcoming monetary policy. CRR is the proportion of deposits banks keep with the RBI as reserves. CRR was hiked by 15 BPS to 4.5% on May 4th, 2022. CRR ensures that a part of the bank's deposit is with the central bank and is hence secure. Another objective of CRR is to keep inflation under control. During high inflation in the economy, RBI raises the CRR to reduce the amount of money left with the banks to sanction loans. It squeezes the money flow in the economy, reducing investments and bringing down inflation. Moving on, consider the following statements regarding nosebleed fever. The fever is caused by zoonotic virus. It was first identified in 1944 in Congo. Now we have to select the correct statement or statements. The first statement is correct. A is the correct answer. Recently, 2 cases of nosebleed fever were reported in India. It's also known as the Crimean Congo hemorrhagic fever. The fever is caused by a zoonotic virus, which, owing to its wide distribution and infectivity, can lead to high mortality rates. It was first identified in 1944 in West Crimean region of former Soviet Union. It is a member of the genus Orthonairovirus family Nairoviridae. Average case fatality is 30 to 50%. Moving on. Which of the following regarding exercise Khaan Quest 2022 is correct? The correct answer is, it is a multinational peacekeeping exercise. C is the correct answer. Multinational peacekeeping exercise Khaan Quest 2022 commenced in Mongolia recently. Military contingent from 16 countries including India are participating in it. Indian Army is represented by a contingent from the Ladakh Scouts. The 14-day exercise is aimed at enhancing interoperability, building military-to-military relationships, developing peace support operation, military readiness among participating nations. It will enhance the level of defense cooperation among participating countries. Yankti Kuti Valley, recently in the news, is in which of the following state? The correct answer is Uttarakhand. Recently, the oldest known glacial advance of Uttarakhand was observed in the central Himalayas, Yankti Kuti Valley. These events were associated with decreasing magnitude that synchronizes with climate variability. This valley is situated in the extreme eastern part of Pithoragarh district, Uttarakhand. India recently conducted the launch test of its nuclear-capable Agni 4 missile, which is an intermediate-range ballistic missile. B is the correct answer. Recently, India conducted a routine user training launch test of its nuclear-capable Agni 4 missile. It reaffirmed the credible minimum deterrence capability of India. It's an intermediate-range ballistic missile with a range of around 4,000 km. It's developed by DRDO, can carry a 1,000 kg payload and can go as high as 900 km. With reference to the emperor penguins, consider the following statements. They are found at North Pole as well as South Pole. Their IUCN status is vulnerable. Both are incorrect. D is the correct answer. Recently, China blocked efforts to step up protection of emperor penguins that are increasingly threatened by effects of global warming. Emperor penguins are found only in Antarctica. Current IUCN status of them is near threatened. From birth, they spent their entire lives in and around the Antarctic ice. Emperors are the biggest of 18 species of penguins found today. They are approximately 120 cm tall and weigh in at around 40 kg. Consider the following statements regarding Drug Destruction Day. It would be conducted on 8th June 2022. Would be conducted by Department of Pharmaceuticals. Only the first statement is correct. A is the correct answer. A Drug Destruction Day would be conducted on 8th June 2022 as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the Central Bureau of Indirect Taxes and Customs would be conducting it. Okay. A total of around 42,000 kg narcotics would be destroyed in 14 locations across the country. The Union Minister for Finance and corporate affairs would be virtually witnessing the destruction process to be held at Guwahati, Lucknow, Mumbai, Mundra, Kanda, Patna and Siliguri. Who established Turkan-e-chahalgani? The correct answer is Iltutmish. Iltutmish established the Group of 40 or Turkan-e-chahalgani. These were Turkish amirs who advised and helped the Sultan in administering the Sultanate. After his death, this group assumed great power in its hand. The group was eliminated by Balban. Consider the following countries: Qatar, Oman, Iran, Bahrain. Which of the above given countries are member of Gulf Cooperation Council? Qatar, Oman and Bahrain are. So 1, 2 and 4 is the correct answer. There are 6 members in GCC: UAE, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Oman, Bahrain and Kuwait. It was established in 1981 by an agreement concluded among 6 nations. The Secretariat is located in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It aims to effect coordination, integration and interconnection between member states in all fields in order to achieve unity between them. Recently, a word, Tamagotchi, was in the news. It's related to digital offspring. A is the correct answer. A new book has predicted that parents will have the choice of having digital offspring. This will exist only in the digital world of metaverse. This digital generation will be known as Tamagotchi generation. It comes from the digital pet created by Japanese toy manufacturer Bandai in the 1990s. Let's move on to the practice question. Consider the following statements about National Asset Reconstruction Company Limited. It is also referred to as Bad Bank. It will take over large value NPA accounts that are above rupees 500 crore from the bank. We have to select the correct answer. That's it for today. Tomorrow we shall meet again with another segment. Until then, stay updated. Thank you so much for watching.